Okay, we were going to do you. We're going to call in Austria. We're going to cleanse your heresy. Scotland won't join. You can, in theory, go do that, but in practice I need you coming across to do Oirat. You need to sit on this. As long as whoever's occupying it doesn't want it. I can't imagine that Clan Ricard want that land. Yeah, no. And then... that's about it. Once we've crushed this... and split. I'm going to trust Muscovy and, yeah, Austria to deal with that. I think they have enough transports. What would be more worrying is if they got rebels that defected the land back to the Ottomans. But if they're going to have rebels, they'll be Albanian, which is fine. Rhone? What's a Rhone? We're working our way towards the Trebizond achievement conditions. Which is, as Trebizond, own all German culture provinces in Europe. You don't have to own the ones that are in the New World if they've done some... colonizing. And be Gothic culture, which we have admittedly abandoned. We've abandoned Gothic culture in order to become Ruthenian, in order to become Russian culture, because it makes a lot more sense for us to accept this primary culture group, given the amount of land we have in it, and the amount of land we're going to have when we finish integrating Russia. Sorry, Theodoro. Yes, I maybe said Trebizond, because I'm thinking about the Trebizond campaign. Austria, this you. Where's Mainz? Austria, this you. Check out how much this is going to make people pissed at me. Only really Bohemia, so I don't care. France needs a bit more love again. Spain needs a bit more love again. There's not really a lot of point in doing that while we're detected. You should have the fastest leaders that we can possibly have. And then we could look at how much land we're able to take in this war. And that's a fair chunk. That's a fairly sizable chunk of land to add to us. It's all terrible culture, terrible... Well, actually, some of it's correct culture. Some of that is Kazakh culture. So yeah, some of that's even actually really good land for us to take. Because we'll get full production out of it. But a lot of it is not. And it will need work done to it to make it into fully productive land. Honk honk. Are there any of these worth doing for you, my friend? Because I want you to actually pay for your forts. Yes, that one. And we could even go whole hog and build the defensive manufactory on them. We should take the mill tech. Hello, new infantry type. We really are just playing a worse... Our Russia is a better Russia, thank you. We have dip rep and discipline and tolerance of the true faith and huge amounts of fort defense instead of absurd amounts of manpower and force limit. And we're also a much better color. Yeah, we are a much, much nicer color. You take it back. Good. Good. Theodoro will not stand for this insult to its honor. Hungary doesn't have a navy this time, but Ragusa does. Would they be a better PU or a worse enemy? I wanted to ask that. If they become Russia... If they'd become Russia... they would have been a slightly worse PU. They would have been a harder enemy to beat because they would have stretched bigger. They would have been bigger, and they probably wouldn't have had... Like, part of the reason we won the war so easily is that Novgorod is disloyal. So we didn't actually have to fight Novgorod when we PU'd Muscovy. We just sort of treated Novgorod as, you know, Novgorod is lava. We don't enter Novgorod. Whereas if they got big enough, they'd probably get Novgorod loyal and they would have helped during that war. It would have been a whole heap harder. Ragusa, you gonna let you out, pretty please? Not yet. And what about Austria's Mainz? Yeah, Austria is doing work in Mainz. Speed up. The distances between provinces over here are huge, so it takes a long time to waddle your armies around. Annexed subjects wears off. So Muscovy now... How long... I shouldn't have showed the thing. I should have said, how long do you think Muscovy will take to annex? 40 years. 40 years. They could form... They could have formed Russia and... As long as they stole Novgorod or culture converted it or something... Oh, they're avoiding fights because they know it's a holy war. Yeah. So we got to chase them down. Actually earn some fights. Wait for the others to get here. That looks good. Indeed, they're now running away. Makes as much sense as giant robots. There we go, we get one fight. Do we completely... 8 war score! 8 war score from one fight. That is quite nice. Okay, we should go after the capital. And you can chase down the rest of these. Continue the conversions. Honk, honk, honk. No, we're not allowed to form anything, Yeremina. Well, that's not strictly true. We would be allowed to form Zealandia, or Brazil, or Texas, sort of things. The New World tags we're allowed to form, but otherwise not, because all the other tag formations would kill the Theodoro tag, and we need the Theodoro tag to be the one that controls all the German provinces. might as well just gather up there. Got 80k? Or do you mean theirs? No, we got 0 attrition when we're walking on separate provinces. So what was I looking at? I was looking at piecing you out now. Ragusa, please leave. Give me money. Give me money. Actually, I probably want a shorter truce. Oh, it doesn't matter. Longer truce is fine. Give up claims in the Ottomans. And then next day we want to peace out Mainz. We also want to start building our flagship. So I promise to build a ship that is extra good at pirating the Ottomans' money. Mainz, you also peace out. Give me war reps. Give up some claims. Give me cash. Thank you. And then one more day. And we eliminate Hungary. So... Ugh, I want that bit as well. Frigging clan Ricard. Hurry up and piece them out. Oh, but we don't want to. Austria will come and take care of that. They would exist as a vassal to feed them, but I want to do... They only have like 3 provinces to feed back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whereas Bosnia and Serbia... Even Bosnia is better than Hungary at this point. And actually, I was not meant to core you, because I meant to save you to do Bulgaria. Well, I can core you until we release you. I shouldn't have cancelled it then. It's like 20 admin. Speed up, speed up. Standardized uniforms, not while we're not fighting. I'm going to get rid of this, we don't need it anymore. The siege speed is the better one at the moment. We're not integrating multiple people. If I was integrating multiple people, I'll swap back to the extra dip rep. No, if you're the one going to the capital, you should have the guy with the more siege pips. Scotland does still exist, because Scotland and France destroyed England. Scotland is a bit sick-coloured at the moment because they're occupied by Clan Ricard. They're already locked. Is this another 8 war score? Oh yes, and I was going to look at building the ultra defense thing on you. 15% more defensiveness. That's actually going to have 100% defensiveness. That's pretty disgusting. 7 war score. I can live with 7 war score. Come on down this way. Unfortunately, these are getting out of date. I'm going to have to upgrade those two, and this one. And seeing as we pushed Ragusa out, there's no navy to worry about anymore. These might as well come around and start looting the Ottomans. Go, privateer, auto blob. Please say Ming didn't beat us to this siege. Ming beat us to the siege. It's fine. As long as they don't vassalize them somehow. Salt? Isn't it salt that gives extra defense? It used to be cow, but then they introduced salt. Because there's an achievement relating to it. It's called like Big Coward or something, and you've got to have a mountain fort with a cow and yeah, local defensiveness plus 15 for salt now. And have a supply garrison thing in it. This thing. Supply depot. Actually, I'm going to trust Muscovy to do that. I bet you want peace, but until I can have the last bit of Brittany, you don't get to have peace. 15% is pretty disgusting. It's the same as the manufactory. It's the same as the 500 ducat manufactory, right? Like, that thing that I've just started building for 500, well, 420 something ducats gives 15. Just the same as the salt. I should be doing something with my diplomats. I could be currying more favors with you. One could be doing automatic loops of my subjects. I don't want you to pick Russia. Russia's already happy. Finland? Finland. And then that one. Actually, you go there. You go there. Come on, Ming, you've won. Peace them out. Austria don't seem to want to help. They've gone brain dead. Look at those stacks. Those are brain dead stacks. So I'm going to exit to the main menu and re-enter to cause Austria to turn on their brain. Make sure you conquer your war goals. They will help you earn war score quicker. You don't have to take all of your enemy's provinces in one war. Yes, you do. Take them all. Should be capturing in a sec. If it doesn't, I'll go smack it. No, it doesn't want to, so we go smack it. Usually just doing this is enough to... You gonna do it? No, you're gonna be argumentative, okay. There we go. Okay, and we're back, and let's watch those Austrian stacks spring to life, probably. Yep, they spring to life. You're moving into place. So are you, so are you. He finally gets rid of Kandar. Good. That should make this a shorter walk. And you can now go there. I'm hoping that Muscovy takes care of that. Bohemia is elected emperor again. So this guy's just waiting for this fort. You're waiting for that one. You're waiting for that one. Is there another one back here that you should go to instead? Yes. Cough, cough, cough. More conversions. And we got the next idea group open. What we do as our next idea group. Also, one day we're going to have to actually build up to our force limit. One day. What about triggering the you've got good allies thing? Nah, France are going to hate me for too long because of this opinion of heretics. Wasn't the opinion of heretics thing meant to go away after the age of religion? I feel like it was meant to go away after the age of religion. Oh, we've got enough. We can eliminate Hungary. The forces of evil won the League War. The Protestants. Didn't they? No, it says the Catholics won. Okay, I thought the Protestants won. You could try to flip them to Orthodoxy. I want your money as well. Done. Oh, the map is so much prettier without Hungary on it. You. There. I don't even want those, really. And then... Ooh, that makes me a little bit overextended. Oh well. Tough luck for me. You, and you, and you, and you. You know what? We can use that as the excuse to approach our force limit. There. No, it was all me. So this is me and France. I suppose I technically border Clan Ricard across the sea there. I could maybe try and go get some England to reconquest, or to ask back from France bit by bit. Sure, why not? Move up, move up. Come on, Ming. There's nothing more you can do to them. They shouldn't go anywhere because they're Hungarian rebels. And they should be confused by the lack of Hungary. Now, it's not especially defensive terrain. Yeah. Separatist sentiment. We know. So you can have a go at fixing that. Actually, you go there. Hey, Assyrian, how you doing? You go fix that. Heyo, heyo, heyo. We're doing pretty well, Assyrian. We got the Muscovy PU. We even won a war against the Ottomans. Took some of their cookies. The only thing we've also imported the French dynasty. So in theory, we can go PU France in the future. We're striking at the Oirat because the Oirat have temporarily bitchified to Ming, and Ming say that's not acceptable. And we say, yes, we agree. Whilst you're re-bitchifying them, we'll happily chew up a chunk. You've got to go fix that. Good to hear, Assyrian. Good to hear. You can split like that. Oh, that is expensive. Yeah, but we have the money. Only just, mind you, but we do have the money. You now fix that. You now fix that. Thank you, Muscovy, for taking care of that. So you can come over here. That is quite a few more Hungarian rebels than I would have hoped for. I guess we need more infantry. But we're out of cash. Give it a couple more months. A couple more months of the Ottoman war reps will fix our cash problem. Full front rows as possible. Come on, Ming. There's no more war score. You've literally won all that you can win. Please peace out. There we go. He cedes one province to Ming. Becomes a tributary. The other guy becomes a tributary. And they don't interfere in this war. All these forts start to fall immediately. Heyo, Qatar Znyab. Qatar Znyab. The agenda of the diet. Sevastopol. Have a manufactory. Where is Sevastopol? Oh, it's the bit of the Crimea that they stole. I mean, we know how to build that manufactory, so yes. Or no. Or no. So, yes. When are we planning to, you know, actually eat up the German bits? When we have enough power. We do not yet have enough power. More power is needed. We'll eat Muscovy. We'll absorb Novgorod. We'll probably eat up this. We'll maybe eat up this. And then, once we've got that as well, perhaps, we'll call it. And perhaps also Chugtai. It's a big Theodoro. Sevastopol is doing alright. It's not as good as Poltava. But few places in the world are as good as Poltava. Poltava is a shining beacon in the world. Paris isn't too bad, but still no Poltava. No, we do have some problems in that France has stolen some of the German land. And how we're going to get that off of France, I don't know. If we PU him, it won't be so bad. We can just annex France and deal with it that way. But otherwise, it's going to be a bit tough to get that out of France. Fix that. These can come here. We can start building the extra ones. Ha! You can't steal manpower that I don't have. Yoink. Now you are going to go towards that one, but you're stuck, so I guess you go towards that one. That's what I've been trying to do, Retric, but... yeah, that minus 80 from You're a Heretic, which, as far as I know, isn't supposed to apply to us because we're the tolerated heretic type, is a bit hard to get over. Until we can rival Ming, we're not likely to get it to happen. We might become too big for Bohemia in the near future. I mean, Ming rivals us, so, you know, in theory we can rival them once we free up a slot. Nope. Go there, deal with that. I like the idea of it annoying the Ottomans. Oh, and Muscovy's gonna help. Then you can help as well. If we restore the Pentarchy, every Catholic gets an event to flip ortho. So I need to take Constantinople, but I don't think you can... Where is it? Isn't it only for Byzantium now? I thought they only made it for Byzantium. But it's part of their mission tree now. Control F, restore. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Orthodox and Coptic nations cannot convert, but Orthodox nations have a mission to restore the Pentarchy. You know, that's old stuff. I don't think, or well, we could check. Do we have it? I do not see a mission to restore the Pentarchy. I think it's only part of Byzantium's tree now. Yeah. As far as I can tell, it's only part of Byzantium's tree. Anyway. That and that. Yeah. More separatists, we know. +1 relations is the most helpful one for us. Yeah, control all 5 major, like, centers of religion. So, Rome is one. Damascus. And Jerusalem. It might be in here. The Pentarchy? Yeah. Owns Rome, Constantinople, Alexandria, Damascus, and Jerusalem. That's what Al-Quids is. And Antikyra is... Where's Antikyra? Come on, give me my search thing. Okay, what about Kara? I see Antkara, but not Antkara. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's one of these. That one. There we go. Oh, Antioch. There we go. Close enough. The Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch. Is 71 war score enough to get you to agree to peace out? Maybe. We want all of the bits that were part of the culture group that we already absorbed. So yes, we've already got that. Then anything else is a bonus. That makes for pretty borders. Once you give us that, you can have peace. Very good. Although it probably overextends us again. Yes, it does. Is there someone that we can release in those? I don't want to release Uzbek. Unfortunately, there isn't someone we can release. So we're probably just going to have to live with being overextended for a while. No, we already did Kazakh. We already integrated Kazakh. And this all starts as Oirat, so there's no one to do there. I could maybe justify re-releasing Sabir and feeding all of it to Sabir. Anyway, I want all that. And then our name is an adequate size, commensurate to our majesty. How much overextension? Just a little bit. So do I re-release Sabir and give it to Sabir? I don't think so, because I don't want to pay for a lot of this twice. Especially if I can actually afford to core it all. I can afford to core enough of it that I'm not that worried. So now these need to gather here. Oh, you want me to do all that stuff? Yeah, we could. At least in the ones that aren't Kazakh. We could do it in all the states that don't have Kazakh. So this state. Yoink. This state. Yoink. This state is apparently not doable. This state doesn't have it. This state does have Kazakh, so I don't want to do it. And the same with that state. But that might help a little bit. I should not do the most expensive one. We should do the cheapest ones first. There we go. Okay. These now need to gather approximately in Kipchak. And then we'll split them up to do rebel patrol duty, because we're going to have just a couple of rebels on the backside of this overextension. And how much did it make people hate me? Not really very much. Oh, because you're Tengri. And no one cares about me holy warring the Tengri. Well, that's quite nice. Also, Ming didn't gain a border here, so we can come and do Chugtai later. I can get my claim on you. That sucks. Do you give me access? I don't need a second claim, unless you will give in to the threat. Which we'll find out once we're not overextended. If I asked nicely, would you give me access? Would you give me access? Would... No, there's no way of getting around Switzerland. I have to suck up to Switzerland. The other way of dealing with it would be to call France into some war, and then he'll deal with those rebels. So what war could I do like that? Can we do Denmark? We could do Denmark. But France say they're malevolent. And also they're still in debt. So no. So I need to wait till he'll accept this. There's a whole bunch of new provinces to convert. Yes, there is. There certainly is. Just 2 days ago, we were itty-bitty Georgian Theodoro. Muscovy, please help. That is not one that I'm actually trying to core yet, so it's less annoying than you might think. Yeah, if you take the important cities, it ruins their imperial mandate. Their mandate of heaven. A true emperor of China would control Canton. Why don't you control Canton? That looks good. You come over to here. Thank you, Twin_P. Twimp. Let's check your subjects and ally. Huh? I don't... Oh, you want to know who my friends and subjects are? So I'm friends with France. My subjects are Muscovy, who has his own subject, Novgorod. My other subjects are... Finland and Norway. And Armenia. The Marvelous March. Who, the next time I run into the point cap, I'm going to come over here and push this up to 20 and give this the extra defense building as well. Are you willing to let me past yet? Nearly. You can kill that on your way over. Pretty please. You're tired of having to deal with the Ottoman? I feel you. I too am a bit sick of having to deal with the Ottoman. Yeah, the Armenia is equally old as Theodoro, kinda, yeah. For sure. You'll get there. Yuck, inflation. Everyone has to start somewhere. Can we win that? It's only forests. Yeah, it's only forests. I think we'll be okay. That's just a couple of particularists. That is just a couple of particularists. I might have to accept those particularists. On very easy or on normal rhetoric? Because the default is normal, not easy. Like you'd have to go swap it down. Don't think that it starts on the easiest setting by default. You might be selling yourself short. Okay, you're not selling yourself short. Okay. You like me enough now that you'll let my army through to here. Good. We can probably start some more of those cores. Am I the only one here when nobody else is, or are you going to... Or are you growing quite significant lately? Yeah, we've been growing pretty good. We'll do the time lapse. We'll do a quick time lapse. So... We eat Georgia, and Emirati, and Circassia. We eat the first bit of Crimea. We release Crimea and we feed them back. We eat Gizmaluk across to here. We feed Astrakhan. We set up our first wave of Lithuanian vassals. We set up the second wave of Lithuanian vassals. We reconquest the TO and Mazovia. We start pushing into Hungary. We feed Kazakh. We PU Muscovy. We feed more of Hungary. We eat across here. Like, it gets quicker and quicker. It definitely is something that gets quicker and quicker. I might be able to convince them to attack us. No, you need to go deal with that. Split. Get both of those. How and when did you get to France? We haven't. France is our friend, not our subject. We got France as our friend by disliking the Ottomans. Eggs and bacon? I don't know why, Assyrian, but the typical thing to say is bacon and eggs. It sort of sounds a bit weird to hear it the other way around. It's not wrong per se, but it just sounds very weird. Go get those. Brittany is my land. We took it from Hungary. Hungary had it. Hungary had it. They PU'd Brittany and then they integrated them. And then when I ate up Hungary, I also got to own Brittany, which is kind of nice because now it might let me go get an England once I border them. And then these ones. Good, you deal with that. Then I need you to come and deal with those. And now these. And now these. That's okay, you two can come and get that. And then that. So we're paying the price for being overextended, but it doesn't last much longer. I'll take the legitimacy at the moment. Deal with that one, then this one, then that one. Only need to leave 7 here. Everyone else can come back home. Get ready to help deal with the particularists. It's natural for you to say it the other way around? Okay. I can believe that. Where you're from, it makes sense to say it the other way around. No, you're fine. Go get that back. Come on. Get over here. Thank you. Group together. You need to kill that. And then that. And then that. Lots of rebels. Good, we can start that. You over here, help out these. Egg and bacon normalization. I don't think I'd mind. Well, it's probably a bit too cold for me in Norway, I'm sorry. I don't like the cold very much. These guys are going to be needed over here. But cold is poggers? Cold is horrible. Cold is horrible. These go to there. You go to there and there. You go to there. Move back to... Yeah, but your summer is probably about the same as my winter. Yeah, 20 isn't too bad. It's warmer in Oslo than in Sydney? Yeah, but it's really cold these last couple of days. Like, this week is really cold. Okay, you, and you now need to come over here. Good morning, Barbaro. Barbara Ammo? Barbaramo? Barbaramo, I'm gonna go with. And you go there. You have your heater on way too much. Yeah, I was living in Sydney. A year ago today, I would have been in Sydney. I only moved back to Adelaide fairly recently. And actually, there are no more rebels of this type over here, so you can come home as well. You can come across to here as well, and then we can get rid of our access in Switzerland. Government's capacity, we're probably still a little safe. We're a little safe. But that is going to stop being safe as soon as we annex Muscovy. Once that Muscovy annexation ends, we're in for some not fun. Yeah! I didn't want to I didn't want to be the one to say anything, Nicholas, but yeah, things don't look great over there at the moment. And actually, I'm worried about my ex workmates. Like, there are some real good people that I worked with, and I'm a bit worried about the idea of how they're doing. And actually, there are no rebels around here. I think one of the biker gangs is called the Rebels here, actually. So I think that's the opposite of true. I think one of our biker gangs is called the Rebels. Oh, so Barbaramo, at the moment, Sydney have a really bad outbreak of COVID. And so they're all in... I mean, we're in lockdown too, but we've only had maybe a dozen cases where they're in the hundreds. So yeah, our thoughts and prayers to Sydney, certainly. I'm not so much a fan of GLaDOS Berejiklian. I think she's about as evil as the real GLaDOS, but look at the DM I sent you. Just a min. Let's get those over there. Oh, you probably mean in other thingy. Look at this car you found. Their number plate is OnlyFans. I wonder what they do for their living. We should just leave 4 here. Everyone else should hop off. They might be like a stripper or something, and that's their, like, it's some of their advertising. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I guess we're gonna find out if this wins. Please win. You know what? I'm even gonna do that. I'm worried enough about that. I mean, they're not as bad as peasants. They're a little bit okay. There we go. So we did win, but it cost us a fair bit of manpower. And then these beat this. Their particulars trigger again, but only 14 this time.